Well, hello and welcome to our Q&A 86, number 86. We'll go ahead and start off with Bonnie Barber. Momma, do you know how far those lanterns actually go? This was Festival of the Lanterns. Is that what they called it? When they get to where they are going, what happens to them? And when we were driving away, they didn't go very far. Not very many of them. And it depends on how well you light them, I guess. Some have gone up to a mile.
Yeah.
And then I asked.
Some of them literally disappear out of sight.
Yeah, they go way up high in the air. Way good, way well. But some of them got caught in the fence, didn't make it very far, and there's over 2,000. And April says that they send people out to go collect them. They have to gather every single one. They have them counted, and then they have to count every single one. And Frank Molina, thanks for sharing. I saw Papa O there. Does he sing or dance too?
I kind of mouth the words and fake the moves.
He used to when we were the Orgill.
And I fake the moves. No, I can't dance.
When we were the Orgill family singers and cloggers, he would get up there and sing with us, and he would dance.
I did one song with our oldest Johnny, remember?
Mm-hmm. Okay, Lisa Davis, she wants to know what makes Papa O want to stay in the gospel. And because when we got married, and I think it stems back to his mother.
It essentially means having a forever attitude towards your wife and your family.
Mm-hmm.
And forever meaning the life after this. Everybody sins every day, whether it's in their mind.
That's why we have repentance.
Yeah.
And I was just joking around saying
you can be not right with God in 1 second, and the next second you're thinking positive.
It's kind of like a roller coaster where we're good and then we're not. We kind of relax a little, and my head's so big. Okay, anyway. Okay, Kathy Conley. Is that all it takes to make root beer? Yeah. It's so easy. You just get the root beer extract, put some sugar in there, and dry ice. And
the dry ice
you're done.
Makes it carbonated.
Carbonates it, and then the ice makes it cold, and the sugar sweetens it up, and that's it. Root beer is really easy to make. Okay.
Well, it's because you've made it for 40 years.
Well, that's all it takes. That's all it takes.
I bet you if I made it, I would do something wrong.
We'll have to have you make it and see if you can mess it up or not. Sandy Leonard. I love seeing your birthday outings with the grandkids. You're making some wonderful memories. That's true. At what age of the grandkids do you take them out for their birthday? And we started at age 8.
That's the age they get baptized.
And she said she does that with her grandkids. And I said, oh, and it says age 8. That's just a good age to take them out because they're not so little that they need a car seat or that they're going to miss their mom or whatever. And then I just started at age 8, and we call it a great date. Grandma's great date at 8. We got a couple more. We're going to do our CD giveaway today. And we'll draw out of the container to see who gets that. Okay, Peachums. A question for your Q&A. Have you ever had issues with school and kids while they were growing up? Any conflicts with teachers, principals, or children?
I don't think we have.
A couple times, but nothing really major. One time, one of our kids, a group of kids she was with was shoplifting, and they were really getting after Amanda. And she says, but I didn't do it. We had to have, they had to punish her by not letting her play a couple of games.
It was a ball team.
Yeah, the ball team. And
that explains
they
a
said
lot.
you should have turned him in, and or told on him. And so she said, I didn't know they were taking anything. They gave me something to carry out of the store, and I didn't know that they didn't pay for it. You know, they said, will you carry these out for us? And of course they didn't believe her, and so she got in trouble for that. And let's see, you know, of course that's solvable, fixable pretty quick.
But it wasn't something they report to the police.
Yeah. So that was one incident. And then once Davey, a teacher got really mad at him because he was drawing on a paper. He said he wanted to, they said, draw something that makes you happy. And he says, oh, I like my friends, he calls them my pals or my buds. and there's 4 of them, so I drew a picture of them, and he wanted to combine buds and pals together, and he called them puds. And the teacher just fell apart, and she takes him down. She was pulling him by the ear, and she said, "I'm so bad at you. I'm so bad at you." She says, "I just want to hit you, but I'm going to control myself." And she takes him to principal's office, and I get called, and I said, "What's wrong?" And they said, and they put the teacher on, and she said, "Your son said a very bad word." And I said, "Oh, okay. What did he say?" And she goes, I can't even say it."
That was the whole generation before.
Yeah, and I said, "Well, spell it." And she goes, "Oh," she says it real quiet, P-U-D-S. And I go, "What? A pud?" And she goes, "Oh," and she was just melt. I go, "What is a pud?" And she goes, "Well, it just has to do with the male parts." And I said, "Oh my gosh." And I said, "He doesn't even know what that is." I said, "Now every kid's gonna know it." And
there's plenty of other
and I
words
asked
that
Papa O, and he said, "Yeah, it's an old word that they used to say."
I would say it goes back to the 50s.
Back to the 50s. I said, he just made up a word, pals and buds. And she was just flipping out and going crazy. I had to meet with the principal, and
he might have said, "Now what word? I've never heard of that
I think
word."
the principal's had troubles with this teacher before, because he wasn't even listening to me. I was saying, "Now what?" I said, "I'm upset that she wanted to hit him and that she's pulling him by the ear." And he's just kind of dawdling on a piece of paper, and he says, "Well, I don't know."
What grade was he in?
I think it was 8th grade, 8th or 9th. And this teacher, she didn't like 8th graders. She says they're all evil, and she shuts the door when 8th graders walk by.
Nowadays, teachers can get in big trouble.
Yeah, you don't touch a kid, yeah. But,
they have a rule in the whole Granite School District, maybe 100, 200 schools. Mm-hmm. It's called kaifuti. Keep your hands and your feet and other objects to yourself. They
don't let them touch kids or anything. That's all I can think of. It's such a long ways back. No, thing you get anxious about? I get anxious. I don't like riding in the mountains. I don't like riding in a bunch of trees.
No, I used to get a little nervous when I'd climb really tall bridges.
Well, yeah. Up 5,000
There were train bridges maybe 75 feet off the ground that went from one mountain to another. But I used to get kind of anxious when I'd climb the bridge.
Yeah, and I don't like going far away from home. I'll go maybe a couple of hours, but after I just get real nervous. I don't like going places. I don't like traveling. It's fun once I get there, but I don't like traveling. And barefoot, I started running barefoot because I hurt my hip playing basketball and quit running for 3 years. And Davey told me about barefoot running, and I thought, oh, that's crazy. And so I read a book on it. And
okay, I'm going to summarize it. She said, if you have backache, a hip that's been hurting for a while, it just won't go away, or even knees or ankle problems of some kind, it usually means because of your shoes wearing out, your spine is crooked, and it's staying that way.
Well, when you run with shoes, you wear your shoes
unevenly,
crooked, and so that puts everything out of kilter.
But you keep using, and your spine stays crooked. But anyway, so as people get older, if they get running injuries, that's one of the main things they suggest to correct the spine. Otherwise, you got to go to a chiropractor, and he's doing things for months and years and everything. And
I did go to a chiropractor too to set things straight. And then with the barefoot running, then I was able to start running again. And barefoot running is just it keeps things lined up.
It's more natural.
Where with shoes, when you wear shoes, it makes you run crooked.
Well, you have so many bones that contribute to your balance and how you walk and everything. And in a shoe, they're all, you don't use any of them.
Yeah, and shoes keep your Achilles from stretching, and so you're supposed to be able to stretch that Achilles. And I don't know, it just seemed to work for me.
And we were descended from runners, because back in the prehistoric days, the people that couldn't run fast got eaten.
That's right. So we're all actually born runners. The book
and the
I read,
dinosaurs couldn't run very fast, so they got eaten.
The book I read was called Born to Run. and it's about barefoot running. But those are all good questions. Okay, now we're going to do the drawing for the CD. Okay, I have to get my CD. Okay, here's the CD that that I'm going to give away, and these are songs that I wrote.
About 5,000 of them in there.
Oh yeah, right. And we'll mix them up, and I think I'll send my Christmas CD too with this one. So it's actually 2 CDs. I don't know where my Christmas one is, but okay. Let's see who we're going to.
Who's going to gather?
Oh, who should I get? Okay, I've got my
And
name.
the winner is.
Is it upside down? Oh, Kimberly Niven.
Oh, there's clear.
Kimberly Niven.
Yeah.
All right, Kimberly, way to go. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And just send your address to my email, roseanneorgill@yahoo.com.
Did you throw it back in here?
No, I didn't. The next drawing will be for Mama Knows About Fences for this book. So we're going to give that book away on, let's see, November 29th. We'll do the book giveaway. Okay, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we don't have a quote, do we? When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid. So he doesn't let fear stop him from doing that.
Wait.
Anything. Oh, you want to do one?
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay, this is a long one, but it's by Swami Vivekananda. Sounds Indian to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from the country of India. Take up one idea. Make that one idea your life. Think of it. Dream of it. Live on that idea. Let the brain, muscle, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea. And just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. Huh.
That is a lot of fun.
I was going to give Dylan that for his basketball.
Oh, okay. That'll be a good one. All right. Congratulations, Kimberly, on winning the CD. And keep the questions coming. And thank you. And good night, everybody.
We caught it for so long.
No.
It seems